Big Dash knows what?
Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. So let's try this again. The New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders, Part 2. Sunday night, prime time, the New York Giants are facing the Washington Commanders in Washington or Virginia or Maryland or wherever that stadium is. But the New York Giants versus Washington Commanders. Now, let's do a quick recap of the previous game. So, first quarter, the Giants go down in a hole fast, 10-0. Then we turn around, 2 quick possessions. It's a tie game, 10-10. Both teams kicked field goals before the half, 13-13. After the half, the New York Giants kick the ball off to the Commanders. The defense causes a turnover. The New York Giants capitalize and score a touchdown. It's 20-13. And the game remained 20-13 all the way up until about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, where the Giants fall asleep on the wheel. Heineke makes a play to Dotson. Dotson makes a couple guys miss tackles, and then he gets in the end zone, and it's 20-20, and then you know the rest. So now, 2 weeks later, it's the New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders again. And this game is a must-win game for both teams. Both teams have the exact same record. But right now, the Commanders are above the Giants because they have the tiebreaker, because they have the better record in the division by 1 game. So, the Giants need that get back. We need that get back. So, a lot of playoff implications in this game. The Giants need a get back for real because we have been on a downhill slope for the month. And then also the Commanders on the other end, they're on a steady ascension. So right now, you have the Commander fans, you have the New York Giants fans, and we're in the spaces, we're going back and forth. For the most part, it's been friendly, trash talking. There were a couple days where it got a little out of line, but it is what it is. Passionate fan base is going after it. I expect that to happen. So now, a lot of the talking is done between the fan base, and now it's all up to the players and the coaches in that game while we sit back and cheer for our squads. And just thinking about this game, thinking about the injury reports, guys that might play, guys that might not play, I just want to talk about the defense a little bit. So it looks like Leonard Williams should be back and playing this game. Last time I saw his status, it was questionable, but he's looking good in practice. So hopefully he has his return on Sunday. And that's a big help, especially for that front, because Dexter Lawrence without Leonard Williams is still good. But when Leonard Williams is next to him, Dexter Lawrence is a monster, because you can't double team Dexter Lawrence and leave Leonard Williams on a one-on-one, because that's bad news for that offensive line that they're playing against. Also, Azeez Ojulari gets another game under his belt. He's looking fantastic right now. The guy has 4 sacks in 4 games, and it just makes you think, what could have been if the man was healthy for the whole season? I'm thinking about it right now. He could have had double-digit sacks. I'm thinking about that right now. What could have been if he was not injured? Yes. He could have did big things, in my opinion. Now, Kayvon Thibodeaux is coming along, steady coming along, and he's looking like that guy that we drafted. The expectations, getting to the quarterback pressure. He needs to add a couple of more moves into his arsenal. He definitely needs to get stronger in the offseason, but right now he's doing his thing. He's causing some holes, man. And sometimes holds are just like sacks, 10-yard penalties. I'll take that all day. And he's selling the holds too now, because before he was not getting any of those flags. But you saw him in the last game when those guys are getting them all under the neck and all that stuff. He is selling it. He's flailing his arms a little bit. He's selling that hold to the point where the refs have to throw the flag. It's no more of that. And I liked what Kayvon Thibodeaux was doing. Whoever got in his ear and told him to sell those holds, he did that. Now, on the back end, Julian Love, I think I need a bounce-back game from him. You know why. You know the play. Things that shouldn't happen in that Philadelphia game happened. Julian Love seems like he recognized what he should have done, and he has a chance to make up for that. Now, though, another thing that's happening is that Landon Collins is being called up, or the word on the street is he's being called up from the practice squad. And with this call up, this means they will have to sign him, and he will be on the active roster for the next 4 games. Well, this game and the 3 games after, if that happens. And I can't wait. Another thing that could happen is Tate Crowder might be a healthy scratch because they're bringing up Landon Collins, to play that middle linebacker spot. In my opinion, right next to Jalen Smith. Could it be Micah McFadden? I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens on Sunday night. But I'm excited for Landon Collins to come back against the Washington Commanders, his former team. And when they left it, I'm pretty sure he got a chip on his shoulder the way they left it. The whole situation with him and the Commanders. So, I got high hopes for the defense this week. Wink Martindale, be aggressive. Taylor Heinicke is that type of quarterback where you can be aggressive, send those blitzes, try to confuse them, all the elaborate pre-snap motion and things like that. Do all that. Throw all that at Taylor Heinicke. Rattle that man up a little bit. He is a gunslinger. He does take chances, contain, get pressure in the middle, collapse that pocket with Leonard and Dexter Lawrence, and go hunt. Azeez, Kayvon, go hunt. This is one of those games where I'm seeing multiple sacks. We need to get multiple sacks on the quarterback. Don't allow him to break that pocket, get outside, extend plays with his feet, and make some passes downfield, because the corners need all the help they can get. The Washington Commanders have a talented wide receiver room. You can't ask these cornerbacks, our cornerbacks, to stay with these guys longer than 3-4 seconds. 2 seconds is the time. That's how fast we need to get to the quarterback. Once you start creeping into 3 seconds, 4 seconds, cornerback is just holding on for dear life after that, in my opinion. Especially, ain't no Deion Sanders out there. 3-4 seconds is going to be a problem if we allow Heinicke that kind of time. Any quarterback for that point. But again, the defense needs to have a hell of a game. Now, on the offensive side, we saw Saquon Barkley talk about how good he felt. Talk about he had the best practice of the season. We need to see that on the field Sunday. I hear you. I see you. I hear you. I kind of believe you. But Sunday night is where you put all that talk and you walk it. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see, because I like what I'm hearing so far. I will say this, though. Put Saquon Barkley on the pitch count, please. Maybe not a pitch count, because he's saying he's healthy. But let the other running backs, as a change of pace, get in there and get some snaps. Let Brightwell, let Breda get in there. If you're going to give Saquon Barkley, let's say 20 touches, give Breda and Brightwell 10 touches to split. At least. Especially if the running game is popping. If we're moving the ball, in the run game, let these other guys get in there and be a change of pace, because Barkley needs that kind of rest in between the game, man. He needs to take some plays off. He needs to be explosive all the time, and he can't do that if he's just running all the time. Give him some breaks. Let him keep his fresh legs, because we need him in that fourth quarter. When the defense is being ran down and things like that, we need Saquon Barkley to be as fresh as possible. Because if he chips away, it's just a matter of time before he breaks one. And we need to be smart about how much this man is getting the ball, in these games. Especially when you got quality backups like Breda and a up-and-coming backup with Brightwell. Now, on the receiver end, in concussion protocol, Richie James is still in concussion protocol. I believe this is 2 concussions in the last 3 weeks. So I don't expect him to play this week, man. And that's a big blow. Because who's going to be your slot receiver? Obviously, Darius Slayton needs to have a big game. Isaiah Hodgins is coming along. He has to have a big game as well. But we have to see what's going on with these guys. We really need to see if Kafka can call the type of plays that get this offense moving downfield. We have to be more aggressive in the passing game. Now, who's going to step up in the slot? I don't know. Can Marcus Johnson do that? I don't know. But they did, call up the new signing, the new signee, I should say, Mickens, that we picked up, the kick return specialist. I believe he'll have that role of kick returner. But also, can they work in a package for him to be effective in the slot? The guy is quick. He's quicker than fast. Actually, he's quick and fast. And he's shifty. Can they throw some packages together to get him in the slot to see what he can do to help out Daniel Jones? And then when it comes to Daniel Jones, we need everything from Daniel Jones. We need his whole skill set. In order for the Giants to be successful, they have to let Daniel Jones use his legs. Whether it's designed runs or the RPOs, he has to make plays with his legs in order for us to be successful. And I know that sucks to say because you want your quarterback to be able to just throw the ball out of the pocket. But right now, Daniel Jones is a guy that has a dual threat skill set. He's not the best dual threat guy, but he has a dual threat skill set. So he has to be able to use his legs, in my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kind of like what he did in the first game, where he's running and converting, third downs or first downs with his feet. We have to have that same type of game plan, but also be able to open it up a little bit and not crazy downfield attempts. You want a couple of those, but you want him to be able to throw, first off, beyond the line of scrimmage, but also past the sticks. So maybe some 20-yard attempts, 15-yard attempts, but then take some chances downfield as well. Just mix it up. Kafka, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it before. You might not have the same talent at quarterback as Kansas City. Well, we know you don't. But we know that you are creative enough to call some plays and make some things happen. Get your quarterback out of the comfort zone. I know they keep saying that, they call plays that the players are comfortable with, that Jones is comfortable with. Well, get him out of his comfort zone, because his comfort is not anybody else's comfort, with the team. Not the coaches, not the fans. We don't like Daniel Jones in his comfort zone. Get him out of there. Get him out of his comfort zone. Force him to make some plays. Force him to be quick in his decision making and see if he actually has it in him. We see glimpses all the time, but we never see consistency. We really need to see that, especially in this game. I can separate 2022 from 2023. I don't care what happens in 2023, but right now it's about 2022. Can Daniel Jones get the job done? Period. That's what we need to see in this game. And I do believe that he can do it. The New York Giants, in my opinion, it's prediction time. We win this game in Washington. The score I got right now, I'm thinking 27-20. The New York Giants defeat the Washington Commanders. Yeah, I like that. So I want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows Big Blue Nation. Let's go.